Howdy y'all, it's James with Deep in the heart of disc golf here to go over my favorite new approach disc, and that is the MVP Watt here with the Quetzalcoatl stamp on it, which is pretty awesome. But this has become my new favorite run it disc, my new favorite approach disc. As long as it's not too windy, this is my go-to disc to get near or in the basket. So I'm gonna take it to Dash's track here in town. It's a short putt and approach course, and see if we can kind of put it on a couple different lines, jump around a few holes, and show you exactly how this thing flies. Let's take a look. All right, we are at hole 3, Dash's track. I'm gonna throw this Watt here. Of course I am, the entire video is about the Watt. Why would I not throw it? Got that DFX Quetzalcoatl stamp Watt. See if I can kind of get a turnover line here, play a little bit high but below the ceiling, and just kind of get it to work over right towards the basket and use that glide that it has built in. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty much perfect. Let's go. So shots like that are pretty much made for the Watt. Like a disc that's just gonna carry for you, just get a little bit of additional glide out of the disc, very controllable, very easy to just point and shoot where you want it to go, and trust that it's gonna have enough stability to hold that line the entire way without burning. So hole 4 is actually way trickier. This is not the basket that you can see from here. You'll probably see a basket like right over here somewhere, like right there. That's not the basket. The basket's actually to the right of that basket. That basket is for 2 holes from now. So I gotta play a nice little turnover line down the side, or I could spike hyzer it, but we're not here to do spike hyzers with a Watt. We are here to throw little turnover glidey lines with a Watt. Well, I might be parked on both. We'll see. All right, spoiler alert. I was not parked on both. I was parked on one, which is not the right one. So let's see if we can put this in. Have not putt with this, let's see. Oh. All right. Well, it's not my putt and putter, but still good glide, honestly, from the putt. Not the easiest release. Not bad. We're gonna go back to that basket that I parked, which was not the right basket. Now it's the right basket. Let's see if we can get the Watt up there, get up this kind of, there's a gradation difference right here. We're pretty low actually, and it goes up. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but you're really going uphill the entire way. See if I can hit this little gap, put it next to the basket. Oh, oh, I just love that fly. It's so straight. So even going uphill, that kind of baby anhyzer I gave it, I even pumped it a little bit because I had to go uphill. And even then, you know, it took that and kept that same angle. It really didn't try to just burn over the entire way. It was stabilized, you know, it was controllable. So it really feels like that controllable glitch instead of kind of burning on you with too much power. In a little bit, you can see it right, oh, where's my finger? Right there. You can see you kind of got to go through this gap here and get down there. So anyways, see if we can do that. I really just want to get through the gap, and I feel like the Watt is going to do everything for me. Just kind of get through the gap, keep it on a little hyzer line, and just let the Watt do its own thing all the way down. So anyways, here we go, disc, carry me. Carry me, disc. Oh, carry me, disc. Carry me, disc. Whew. It's just, it's so effortless. Like everything about the Watt is effortless. I love it. So the line was great. It pumped out a little further. I really need to throw maybe a touch more hyzer on that to make sure it didn't overshoot like this, but the line was, all right, that was floppy. The line was great though. Fantastic, just so much glide to get down here on its own, and just putting it on the right angle does all the work for you. This one is a little further. This is about 220. I do have a low ceiling on the right hand side, so really I gotta kind of worry about my angles more here because the distance is a little larger and I have less of the environment around me to work with because it's just straight flat land. So I really want to play it outright. I really want to play it out left and let it work right if I can. Stay away from that ceiling, but we'll see. See what we can do. Oh yeah. See what I mean though? Like, I think I probably released on a hyzer angle and it kind of turned over a little bit, but it didn't burn, you know? It kept going the entire way right where I wanted it to. And it was kind of, it didn't try to fade out, it didn't try to pan out at all. It really just tried to stay, just stay. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So you're probably thinking to yourself, James, this is so boring. Such a boring disc. It doesn't do anything. Like, what does it do? It flies straight? Like, where's the excitement? Where's the tilt factor? Where's the Roadrunner factor? Mamba or whatever. It doesn't have that. You know what it does? It flies straight. You know what that does? It gets you birdies. So, I don't know. That's a decent superpower. Like, honestly, I get it though. I get it. So, you know, if the wind picks up, maybe it's not going to be as reliable of a disc. I understand that. But if it doesn't pick up and you're in the woods or if you're kind of in a windless area, I mean, honestly, this is your go-to. It's dead straight. You don't have to rely on wind to be there for it to go straight. You know, look at that. Like, it just carries straight all the way through. It's a literal birdie machine. I mean, yeah, I understand. So maybe you could have an overstable disc that you feel really comfortable with, but at the end of the day, it's so hard to find where it's controllable and a comfortable rim and all of those things. So I'd say more power to you. Let's just go with it. There's so many times that I've been going up and I'm like, how do I get the extra stroke on the field? Like, what do I do? I want to run this, I want to be safe. What do I do? So I try to spike a forehand or a backhand in, or spike a forehand, maybe skip a forehand, you know. I mean, that's great and all, but wouldn't it be nice to just have a disc that I could throw straight at the basket? And I know it's not going to go super far. It's going to keep going straight at the basket. I have a chance to run it and I have a chance to still pick up my par. Like, that sounds like the dream spot. Well, unless you throw it wrong. Dead straight though. That's called user error. Honestly though, even if you miss by a little bit, you're not missing by a lot. Well, unless you're in the trees like this right here, but it's gonna go relatively close to where you want it to, so. And it's got the glide that you can straddle out and not put any power on it at all. Putting putter. Let's go. Fun fact, this was my first ever ace hole. I played 3 courses that day. I had my day off. Played 3 courses. I played this first. Got my first ever ace here. Took a picture. It was wonderful. And then I went to the next course and I lost it immediately at McCord, trying to spike hyzer over these stupid trees when I was not good enough for that. So anyways, see if the Watt can do the same thing. Just kind of pump it over there and avoid the creek behind it. Oh, it's not gonna turn over enough. But you know what it will do? It'll sit down for a birdie. I think that's part of the reason why I like this disc so much, is it doesn't magnify your misses. You have an overstable disc, you miss by a little bit, man, I think it could be skipping everywhere. It could be all over the place. Same thing with a understable disc, but with a disc this straight, I mean, your little misses are not much. Like, it kind of overcorrects for the wrong things that you do. I was kind of debating doing this one with the Watt, but my best friend tells me all the time, go big or go home. So while that strategy does not always work out, we go home a lot. We're gonna see if we can do it here with a little turnover line. Oh, that's gotta fade back. I think I put too much on that. Oh, dude, it panned out at the end, but kind of thrown like a noodle. So I can feel the headwind as I come out here, and I threw it a little nose up, which was good, but I needed to play it out a little bit further to the left over the danger area and give it a little bit more room to come back, because it, you know, it's not gonna have a super overstable finish. It will pan out eventually, but you know, I didn't give it what it needed to be able to do that. But even then, the misses, oh no, you gotta pump that more. Even then, the misses are not bad. All right, had to set up the camera on the other side. The sun is coming right at me. There's no way you could see. So let's see if we can get this watt. Well, in the basket would be great. Last hole here, gotta go pick up. See if we can put it in for her. Do it for her. See what we got. Oh, is that long? Oh, it's impossible to tell. Whew, line looked good though. I was indeed long. Not by much though. I put on that hyzer line and let the tailwind kind of push it for me, but now I gotta put into a headwind. Watt doesn't care. Say what? Don't do that. Anyways, grab yourself a watt, do yourself a favor, go to armorydiscgolf.com, use code James10, grab yourself an awesome watt. In fact, they have the Throwing Down the Gauntlet series coming out, and they're gonna have, you know, if you're in Texas and you're able to play one of those tournaments, they're gonna have, let's see, watts, pyros, oh, well, there's some, hopefully Terras eventually. Like, come on, give me some Terras, man. That's the best. I love Terras. Maybe Pixels down the road, who knows? But anyways, they will have their own custom stamps. Already seen it. It's gonna be gorgeous. You're gonna love it. So if you were in Texas, play in a Throwing Down the Gauntlet series challenge. They're gonna be all over the state, and really just go meet Nick, go meet Dustin, spend some time with those guys, and you'll actually have a blast. So anyways, thanks guys.